For obvious reasons, I wanted to get rid of my current wired earphones. Apple EarPods were just too expensive, so I thought Jive Mini Pods might be a good substitute. I went to the website. I noticed that when I went back on different days, the number of EarPods left was always low, somewhere between 3 and 7 each day, even though there appeared to be people buying them left and right. I could see why. They were named Best Wireless by USA Consumer Report. They had a battery that lasted up to 30 hours. They were waterproof, and they were compatible essentially with all cell phones. Really excellent characteristics, and much cheaper than Apple EarPods. So I went ahead and ordered 6. I ordered 6 so that I could give some away to my family and friends, and also keep a couple extra for myself, should I lose them. I ordered them on June 10th, and they shipped on June 22nd, about 12 days later. The mini pods arrived on June 27th, and I was quite excited to get them. The mini pods come in a great looking case, which is also a charging station. They look exactly as they are depicted on the website. Taken out of the case, they connect with one another almost instantaneously and immediately connect to the iPhone with no trouble whatsoever. Unfortunately, it's all downhill from there. It begins with the instructions, which are written in such a tiny font it's almost impossible to see. That's a dime in the middle of the instructions. To read them, I had to take a photograph and blow it up. The first problem I noticed was that the controls for the mini pods only work for pause play, initiating Siri, and answering the phone. I could not go to a previous track, a next track, or even adjust the volume. In the ear, the mini pods were perfectly comfortable, but really no different from the comfort level of my wired earbuds. But what was very different was that they were extremely unreliable. Suddenly, out of the blue and for no apparent reason, one ear sound would go out. Then equally suddenly, the other ear sound would go out. And this would be repeated again and again, back and forth, and sometimes all the sound would go out. The instructions do say that frequent operation in a short time may cause confusion of the software, but this is ridiculous. The coup de grace for these earbuds, however, are that the sound quality is poor. It's tinny, has no depth, very little bass, and it just doesn't sound good. And for most of us, sound quality is the most important feature of earbuds. So even if the technical issues of problems with sound going in and out and controls that didn't work were fixed, the quality of sound is still poor. Frustrated and disappointed, I wrote an email requesting a refund because of the technical and audio problems with the Jive Mini Pods. I received a relatively prompt reply, but thought the email was bizarre. First of all, it asked me what the problem was, and I clearly explained the technical and audio problems that I had with the earbuds and that I was dissatisfied with the product. It also asked me to make a video, which is why I am doing this right now. Why this is important, I have no idea. Returning to the Jive Mini Pod website, there are a number of claims that seem misleading. For example, the battery life for the earbuds is not 30 hours. That may be true for the case, but the earbuds themselves don't last any longer than 1 hour. Furthermore, the claim that these are the best wireless earphones by USA Consumer Report suggests that Consumer Reports, the famous magazine, has reviewed these. It has not. I have looked at the Consumer Report website, and while the Apple AirPods have been reviewed, Jive Mini Pods have not. So I'm very sorry to say that this has not been a good episode. My complaints are very poor audio quality, controls that don't work, intermittent loss of signal that is absolutely maddening and random. I really wanted these to work. They just do not.